back to another vlog. This one's going to be a little out of order. I did do this one way back when I said I was going to. I just came across trouble with editing software and transferring the video from my phone data back into my computer, because I do record my vlogs on my phone just so I can, be on the move if I need to go do something, or just to change the scene. I'm not hooked on, my desktop computer. So this one's going to be the interview that everyone's been asking me for with my fiance, getting his perspective on cystic fibrosis and what it's like to live with me. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll just let the video
Okay, Tony,
run.
how did y'all meet?
We met through a dating app, and I asked if I could meet up with her. At first she said no, because she was having difficulties because she was going to the hospital. So we actually met up in the hospital.
So did you know she had cystic fibrosis? And when did she tell you?
She told me the day we started talking on the app, and she had told me she had CF, which I didn't know what it was. And then further along, I got to know where all the pieces came together, and I actually learned about it and searched it myself.
Now, did you ever look it up whenever I mentioned it, or was it just waiting for me to just kind of tell you?
I did, but I didn't think it was a big deal.
So whenever you looked up cystic fibrosis and knew that she had it, how did it make you feel?
I didn't know what to think of it at first. I thought of it as it's very difficult, and she has a busy schedule throughout the day. I kind of wondered if I were to date this girl, how would my life be? How would I be affected? And at first I thought it's just too busy, and I thought she would be too busy. So at first I didn't want a relationship, but then again I did. If that makes sense.
So what was your first experience with her at the hospital, and were you scared?
I think our first experience was actually me in surgery, right? Like when you started dating versus when you first met me.
First experience was after I went with her to Louisiana, and she had went back. I got a call saying she was coughing up blood, which is a dime size at that time, and that she was being taken into the hospital. And then that's when everything had went down. That's when she started coughing up a lot of blood more frequently, and it was buckets full, and that's when I knew it was kind of a serious disorder or disease.
So how do you support her dealing with her CF?
I don't know. I just kind of be there. Give her everything that I can give her as far as love, compassion, support.
Do you feel like you have to make sure she takes her medicines? Are you always checking?
At first, no. There were certain points when it started getting rough that I felt like she wasn't, but I didn't want to make it seem like she was doing it on purpose. But then again, I knew she was taking them, so I think it was just me at the time, making sure that she was taking her meds, because it had been a long road at that time, and I felt like she was giving up in a way, but not really, and that she didn't want to take her medicines anymore. So I kind of felt like she wasn't taking them behind my back, but then she was. So I would check pill bottles,
Which I
insulin, and just to make sure, and she was. So that phase kind of grew out. So I trust her.
So how does your family support you in the beginning when they found out she had CF? How do they support you with being with her?
Well, my family doesn't really know fully of what we go through on a day-to-day basis. More so my mom, she just talks to me and just says it's the way her life is. There's things that she has to go by, things that she has to do, things I have to do as a man. And but to be honest, I really keep it from everybody, and I just go on it by myself, and I go through it by myself, and I feel like I'm the only one who really knows because I'm with her every day. So they support me in a way, but not supporting me as I don't know. It's complicated.
So what is something you would tell someone if they were getting into a relationship with someone with cystic fibrosis?
I wouldn't tell them anything. I would ask them, do you really love this person? Are you ready for what's coming? Have you done your research? And do you have what it takes not only to support her, but to support yourself and hold yourself together? Because they see you down, they're going to be down. So there's a lot of stuff that you have to do as a person, man or female. That there's some things you say, some things you don't say. There's things you don't hold back, and there's some things you do hold back. And this is the way their life is, and it's our job to make it the best.
Do you think about her dying?
That was a nervous
To be honest, all the time. I don't think there's an hour that goes by that I don't, because I think of me dying too. And when I first met her, what would it be like if I wasn't here? How would she feel? But most of the time, ever since we transferred hospitals to San Antonio, I can't go anymore due to work and putting food on the table and a roof over her head. There's times where I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, and I blank out, I zone out, thinking, is she still here, or is she not? Is this how it's going to be without her? I think about the dogs, what they're going to do. And I think of situations of different ways she could die. What would I do? Where would I be? And I don't think I could. I don't think I would ever get married again. Because I feel like whenever you marry somebody, that's your commitment to that person. And if I get married to someone else, I die, we both die. Will I be with Dara in heaven, or will I be with that person in heaven? So I feel like I wouldn't want her to be alone. But yeah, I think about that situation a lot, and sometimes I scare myself, I've had dreams. I've had, sometimes I feel like an out-of-body experience of being with her at the hospital. I pray that she doesn't, because no matter what time of day, there was no second of any day that we know that she's going to be okay, because in a split second it can go from 0 to 100, and that's another reason why I ask people, if they're ready to make a commitment to this disorder, because you never know. You never know.
I think I was about to tear up.
So what does your future look like with her and her condition? Kids? Do you want kids? Can she have kids? And how does that make you feel?
I've always wanted kids, but I made a promise to myself that by the time I'm 30, I would be ready. But you never know. Kids come when you least expect it. We talked about it. It can put a toll on her body that no one understands unless you're actually dealing with this. Because she stops treatments. Stopping treatments, it raises that percentage of something bad happening. We've thought about adopting, but then adopting comes from different people. Other people can carry certain diseases, certain illnesses. Who knows what those kids are capable of catching? And then if we do have kids, we send them to school. They catch the flu. She catches the flu. It's another downhill from there. People asked if I would let other people carry her egg, and I don't feel comfortable with that because I feel like it's not mine, even though it is. So I don't know if it happens, but I want to do it when we're ready. I want to do it when we're stable. I want to do it when we have a house. We have things paid off. We're financially stable. We're emotionally stable. We're ready as parents and human beings. And there's a lot of stuff that we both want to do in life. We want to travel. I want a business. And there's more stuff that I want to give before actually putting our focus on another being, another life that's coming to this world. And I feel like we're not ready, but if it happens, we will be ready. So
Thank you for stopping by, everybody. This is the end of the interview and this vlog. I know it's, just basically questions and, other insight on what it's like to live with someone with cystic fibrosis due to the perspective of a spouse. So I hope you enjoy it. If you have any more further questions, feel free to comment down below. And without further ado, I'll see y'all next time, guys. Bye.